Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about which country Kirby and I would move to if we decided to and decided that the US was no longer a country we wanted to live in. Kirby, you've been all over the world. I'm very curious to hear what country it would be for you, so I will let you start this one off.
Um, for me, it's a two-part answer. Now, if it's so, let's go in the make-believe world. I'm single. If I if I'm single, no family, no kids. That's what I said, make-believe world. Uh, no family, no kids. The place I would go is a place that I've been to many of times. I mean, it's third world. I would go to Afghanistan. That's no lie. Because to me, and I'm not trying to sound like some badass or not anything like that. Those areas of the world is simple. And what I mean by simple, like it's you there, you know where the threat is, you know the threat wants you, and you know you have to take care of yourself to, handle yourself accordingly in that environment. There's no, you know, there's no people hiding in the shadows. There's no, make believe stuff. The worries is just that. You're not worried about electricity. You're not worried about, oh, where my girlfriend at this weekend and all that other stuff you got to deal with in the Western world. So me, I just like stuff simple. I really love stuff simple. But of course, now in real life, I have a family and things like that. And when I'm thinking of a place to go, me, I refuse to go back to the cold. I mean, we'll live there with the family. So it would not be nothing in the well, I was about to say the northern hemisphere. Anything above the the latitude line of Georgia across the world. I'm not going nowhere north of that. So for me, it would be, a Latin American country, Panama, a Colombia. Well, not Colombia because your people's out there, but it'd be a Latin American country. Uh, South Africa wouldn't mind doing that, but South Africa is more westernized than I even want to admit. Uh, Ecuador, uh, Portugal, somewhere in that arena. And it's just simply for the weather for me. I can survive anywhere, but the weather is key. I'm getting older. That cold setting them arthritic bones, and it's over for you. I, you can't function in that. You can't function in that cold. But yeah, I'd rather be in the heat any day of the week. So that's the areas I look at.
That's interesting. And I know you've spoken about the Afghanistan part to me before. And for those that haven't watched us before, that's Kirby has military and government contracting background, so that's why he chose Afghanistan. Um, but for me, I'm with you on the family thing, like you said, Latin American country. That's probably where I would move to. Um, Especially considering if we can still keep our income in this scenario, if we can still keep our assets, because I know there are investors that actually do this kind of thing where they have all their assets and their income in the US, obviously, and they're living in Indonesia, they're living in Thailand, and countries like that. I've never been out to that part of the world, so I don't know what it's like over there. Um, but I have been to a few Latin American places, so that would be the area just from experience that I would pick. Um, Probably the most frequently visited that I've been to is Colombia. Um, but it's not so much either. Like, I mean, I would say, let's say like Colombia as an example. Um, for the economy is way more affordable than in the US. The quality of food is probably on par, I would say. I mean, the US has great food. I mean, you can't deny that. But Colombia has really good food. The quality is good. There's a lot of activities to do. It's almost like living in because it's very um, a very capitalist economy. So it's almost like living in the US, but it got converted to Spanish. It's kind of like that in my view. Um, but above that, I think is the values and traditions in Latin American countries are very like family oriented, um, very just like traditional. And I really like that because obviously there's crime and things like that, but you don't have all this like political, like, I mean, there are some issues politically in Latin America, but you don't have like this weird society that you see in the West. Um, so you kind of can just like live life normally and not have to, I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but you don't have to worry about like offending people out here. It's just like everyone just lives their lives and like everyone, for the most part, the people are really nice out here. So they get along and um, just live your life. Just worry about your family. That's it.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, Alex, where you at right now? I mean,
I'm
you
in
got the
Colombia.
background up so nobody
Yeah,
can't see.
I'm in
Yeah,
Colombia
nobody
right
can
now.
see. He over there with Pablo Escobar right now, and you don't want nobody to know. uh, but yeah, it's for me is it's just about a different way of life, and of course, it's if we had to leave. And the reason why I picked Latin America or something in the Western Hemisphere, I mean, of course, I could have picked Thailand, I could have picked India, I could have picked anyone, but most of the Western most of the Western laws are very similar. And for me, having my family adjust to the new laws, like even I know everybody would want to say, "Oh, I want to live in Dubai." I've been to Dubai a lot of times. Dubai is a lovely place. Dubai is zero crime. But the thing is Dubai will give, and I have boys, does Dubai will give people a false sense of security of what the world really is. Because when I say there's no crime in Dubai, there's no crime in Dubai. And what I mean crime as in you don't see fist fights, you don't see stabbings, you damn sure don't see shooting, you don't see theft, you don't see nothing. But also with that, like my kid, I'll just give talking about adjusting to, non-Western laws. My kid will open up candy or snacks or ice cream or hot dog anywhere. He could be walking down the street and just start eating. You can't do that on public transportation. And the public transportation cheap. That's a ticket, a fine, and maybe go to jail in Dubai if you open up, let's say McDonald's. And the only reason why I know is because I almost did it. I was walking to the tram. I stopped at the McDonald's and I put the McDonald's. I got the McDonald's, got on the little public transit train, and I'm sitting there. I was like, oh, I'm about to pop this open. And then somebody told me, it was a local told me, like, hey, don't do that. You can't eat out here. And he spoke broken English, and I was like, oh, and I put it back. And then after I got to the train and we was walking to, I believe we was walking to Dubai Mall, and then he just broke down the laws for me, and that's just one of many, public PDA, just a public display of affection. For Western people, that's a big thing. They want to hold hands, they want to hug, and all this stuff going down. So I wouldn't want I wouldn't want my family to have to shape shift to, a different set of total rules. But I believe for males having male sons and things like that, Dubai give you a false sense of security. If you was born, raised in Dubai, you think the whole world is like that. There's no crime, there's no nothing. I mean, I've been to what they consider the hood in Dubai at 3, 4 in the morning. The worst you might see is somebody have a trash bag sitting out, like you see in apartment buildings, even in the States, somebody might have a trash bag sitting outside the door of their house, I mean, of their apartment that they didn't take to the trash. That's the closest thing that reminds you, oh, we might be in the hood. But everybody's still, hey, what's up? You see a group of guys, you ain't got to cross the street because you worried. They, hey, how you doing? You want help? Friendly. 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. You don't see none of that craziness going on. And I've been to all parts of Dubai at different times of the night, and Didn't run into any static or any problems anywhere with police, with the locals, with foreigners, with anything. It was just, you know, everything's good because the laws are, I'm not gonna say so strict. The laws are so enforceable there that people are scared of the repercussions of what they'll do. And then when it comes to security, I remember going through the airport with some guys, and the guy had a pair of handcuffs in his undercarriage bags. And in Dubai, when you get off the plane, I think it's in some countries still, when you get off the plane, like in the States, you get off the plane, you go to baggage claim, you just pick up your stuff and you go to your car and be out. But in Dubai, you get off the plane, you go through the metal detectors. Of course, you go through customs and all that other crap. You go through the metal detector, you get your carry-on bags, and then you see the door to go out, to go to your car, go to your taxi, go to your limo, go to whoever comes to pick you up. But then it's a whole nother security check. And then that's where the guy got where they found it at on his undercarriage bags. And it was directly to jail. It was not pass gold, not collect $200. It was go to jail because in that country you cannot have anything related to police or military in your baggage. You cannot bring it into the country. So just imagine if it was a knife. I remember one time I went through there, and I know I'm getting long winded. I had the stylus for the tablets. It was stylus for a tablet, but it like extended out. But when it came close together, it looked like a bullet, like a regular bullet, 9 millimeter bullet.
Hmm.
Then they pull me in or whatever. They're going through the bags, ripping the stuff up, and then they find it. And then I was like, "Yes, stylus." And then they pulled it out. Oh, but I knew it was no chance in my imagination that if it was a 9 millimeter bullet, I'd probably still be over there now. But that's what it was. It was a stylus. So yeah, it's very. But I like the fact that it is. So when you're going on vacation and things like that, you're not worried about random craziness going on. It's just good times. But to live there, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I've heard about that Dubai being like almost like a utopia, like super safe and
Yeah, it is.
like
It is.
um and um I've heard someone say like on YouTube that they would be comfortable with their daughters being raised in Dubai, but not
Yeah,
their sons. Yeah.
right.
Um but yeah, I mean, no, that's a good point too. I mean, you don't want to be for at least for boys, you don't want to be sheltered to the world. Um, and you don't got to worry about any of that in Latin America. Stuff still goes down here. So.
Right, right, right. You still get that smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. But guys, let us know down in the comment section what country you would move to. If you liked the video, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.